What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
I just ran a checkup on my...
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Cleveland Browns. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, so the folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Cleveland Browns. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
I loved his court during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss.
70, Indy.
Yeah, QB's trash. Let's go.
Snap.
First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
60-yard.
Target.
Fire.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
An eligible receiver.
Let's see who this is on.
Offense.
So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2
Here we go,
pencil?
here we go.
Well, I was thinking like the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use it in addition to the pencil.
And those last for
A long time.
no doubt.
And he's got Snead. He's at the 40, the 20, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Willie Snead with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here come the Browns now for their first drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throwing Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Check right.
Double tight, double tight. 4 down, 4 down.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Complete to Bryant. And he's got this down to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick.
My bad, guys, my bad.
He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Yeah, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it in.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 40, past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Touchdown!
Jerick McKinnon, 76 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you put some doubt in their minds.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go!
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Hurry!
45, Mike, 45.
Mayfield hands it off to Joe. Able to push his way through. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And they're working across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way.
And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What, 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all...
A.J. Green! He's at the 40, 20, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A.J. Green, his second touchdown on the season, and the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, why don't you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Check 3.
Mayfield looks to throw. He finds his target back in. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Let's go.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Regular.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line. On first and 10, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Mayfield finding Beckham. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. It's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Rashad Higgins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Cybered on for the PAT.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just one score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Now, last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, put you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either. They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They fake the handoff, now Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally the first step in the right direction for a stop. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Lock now on first down. Snead's got it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A gain of 32 that time. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So two thoughts come to mind. One, get some oxygen to fill up.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
Touchdown.
Royce Freeman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine quarterback, there to make the play defensively. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Chubb, only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28.
Let's go. King.
Nice hit, boy. Shit.
A run for Nick Chubb. Extending the arm.
Oh, yeah.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch.
Let's go. Get inside. Let's go.
And Denver getting set to take the field. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives to see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. On play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
On third and long, it's locked. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Olivier Vernon make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Third and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Now Landry. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Hey, exit.
Mayfield now from the 50. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Rashard Higgins was the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Go! Check 50, check 50. Alert, 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 alert!
On the carry, it's Chubb. Pushes past him. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Mayfield on play action.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? Robert's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Switch gears. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Nick Chubb, touchdown number 22 on the season. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Extra point by Seibert up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And now it's second down.
60 or.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Landry now on the return. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. Now then after the sack, there you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
We're gonna work.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
Here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect. But overall, you like what your game plan should be.
They run again on first down. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. To throw, Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
180. 49, check 49, check 49. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Check God.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Y'all playing it wrong.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Mayfield. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Down. 8, read.
Let's go, G.
Ready?
On second and 12, Locke. Green brings it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Check.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player.
Run.
Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Steps away to his left. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Tighten up. Slam.
Regular.
Alert 3.
Topper.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Hard throw, incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out.
Real. Point it right.
They'll run for it. Chubb. They get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look at each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation. And what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. And an alley to run. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
We got to get to the ball.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb.
Go. Run.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 41, Mayfield. And this is going to be oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Browns are in the end zone. Touchdown.
We were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. That's exactly
After reviewing the play, the running on the field is reversed.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with impressive football work.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Locke. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Second and 10 now from the 27. This quick pass complete to Sutton. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And the division title out of reach, we know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
So it's just a matter of adjusting now, isn't it? And what I mean by that is mentally. Every team starts the season thinking, let's go for the number 1 seed, right? Being the top team. Number 2 is pretty great, too, because you get the opening bye, and you're at home after that. But it doesn't matter at this point. Just getting in, and you sit down and talk to your team. Would you rather go on the road and deal with someone, or would you rather stay at home for the playoffs? Let's go on the road and go take someone out.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
Hurry! Pass! Check 45 to Mike! Check 45 to Mike!
Y'all not ready?
Hey, alert, alert! Alert, alert! Mike, 45.
Let's make these...
Mayfield to throw it. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Given 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Get him, boy! Mike 50, Mike 50! Watch the pass! Kings, Kings, Kings!
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. A good rally to the football holds him to 2, and that brings up a 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Now Drew Lock and the Broncos. Down 31-28. 2:13 remaining. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon. Barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
They'll go for it. It's locked. But he's got Snead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Back to throw. That's caught by Hollister.
Hurry.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Ready.
They'll look to throw. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Let's get it.
On the draw, this will be Freeman. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg still there. This has been a tough game. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
Just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition.
Odell Beckham Jr., the 20, 10, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Let's go!
got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for